So you get out in December of 2021. Now, you were originally locked up in 1983?
No, I got locked up in 1982.
82. Okay. So from 1982 to 2021, you were away from the world.
Yeah.
When you went in, Michael Jackson was the biggest music star in the world. There were no computers. There was no internet. There were no cell phones. And suddenly you're thrown into this world of social media, the internet, Uber, Postmates. Like, I mean, was it like stepping into an alien planet in a way?
Yeah, it is. I'm still trying to figure out the phone. I be wanting to throw the phone out the window. But everything takes a process. Listen, when I came to prison, it wasn't in certain buildings. There's not there no more. You know, they built condos. They got a whole bunch of different buildings in my neighborhood. You got people living there I never even thought would be living there. And you got they got a precinct on my block, right? So grew up, you know, they got a new precinct right there on my block. So, you know, it was a shock to a lot of things, but I was ready for a lot of that because I kept reading in prison. I did a lot of reading and I study a lot. So I got to really be aware of a lot of things before I came home anyway. So a lot of things wasn't too much of a shock to me, but certain things was, you know, like, you know, seeing certain different things and, you know, it was kind of hard at first, you know, but I'm starting to get the hang of it now, you know.
Well, right. You come out at 56 years old. 39 of those years were spent in prison, meaning for the vast majority of your life, you have to ask, you know, people when to take a shower, when you can eat, where you could go, you know, where you're placed. You know what I'm saying? And also in a society where stepping on someone's shoe could lead to a murder, a dirty look. You're having a bad day. Someone claims that you looked at them bad. And then next thing you know, people are getting stabbed and killed and so forth. It's a completely different society that you've walked into. Was there, and someone who came with a lot of violence, and you don't want to go back. Right?
No, I definitely don't want to go back to prison.
Because beating up someone on the outside ain't like beating up someone on the inside where they just, you know, no one saw nothing, everyone walks away.
Yeah.
You know, where one false move, because when you got out, are you still on probation or anything of that sort? Or
yeah,
I'm
completely
on parole. Free?
I'm on
You're
life
on parole.
parole.
Meaning that if you do something wrong, you could potentially get sent in probably for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I would go back to the board 2 years. I have to go back to the board. If I get caught up in some new stuff, yeah, I can get back. I go back to prison.
I mean, what's it like just kind of living your life and going through society and, you know, maybe feeling like this person disrespected you unknowingly, or this person slighted you, or this person didn't treat you the way you feel like you need to be treated? Well,
it's hard, but I've been through that already. I had 2 incidents already since I've been in the street. You know, I had some, I'll go to try to get a phone, and I had some guys, for no reason, tell me, yo, what the fuck are you looking at? And I'm like, I'm not even looking at the dude. He just, and I'm like trying to avoid that. And he said, you know me? He started walking towards me. So I had to jump on the bike and leave. And that was the hardest thing for me because, my man, you talking to a lion. You a poodle compared to me. You know what I'm saying? You're not even ready for that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I have to think about my son. You know what I'm saying? I got to think. I got my stepson with me, and I got my son, and I love both of them. So I don't want to go back to prison and for some nonsense. So I had to walk away.
Yeah, I mean, that must have been tough considering how doing that in prison has a very different kind of, you know, ramification.
Yeah,
right?
That's a fact. And that's why I'm saying that for me, it was the hardest thing so far. Because, oh man, I'm not even bothering you. Why are you bothering me? And you don't realize who I am. You don't know who I am. And, you playing with death. And I was saying in my mind, I got to think for this bozo. Because in reality, I would do something to him right there. That's it. I'll be in the newspaper all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. I bet you. I will bet money on this that he's going to end up seeing this video and start to think like, damn, like I almost tripped off the wrong person. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Then I had another guy, for no reason, he coming out the store, bump into me on some real get out the way type of stuff. And I, said, excuse me, you don't know how to say excuse me? He said, what? Fuck out of here. Kept walking. Like, those are hard things to deal with because in prison, you disrespect me, I'm going to get you. I was that type of person, but I got to live out here a different way. And sometimes it gets hard, you know what I'm saying? And, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you've been violent all your life, you know what I'm saying? To now step away from things and walk away, it get difficult, you know what I'm saying? But, I don't want to go back to prison. I don't.
Yeah.
But, I also not going to let nobody hurt me either, I never want to go back to prison. That prison stuff right there is the worst, you know what I'm saying? Even now, that prison's not like it used to be. Now you got guys with laptops in their cell. So a lot of things are changing in prison, but I don't want to go back there, not for no nonsense,